Hey guys, welcome back. And in this video, we're going to be talking about what the best brands in e-commerce today are using quiz funnels to capture leads differently than most of their competitors. So let's get started. Now, if you're new here, my name is Josh, the founder of Chronos. I'm here to help you scale your brand more profitably using email, SMS, and retention marketing, using all the insights I've gathered working with over 500 brands like the Udi, Cure Skincare, and many more. So let's get started. Now, if quiz funnels are something that's new to you and you haven't used quiz funnels in your business yet, this is a video for you. Now, in 2025, quiz funnels are one of the most powerful mechanisms that you can use to capture first-party data, understand your consumers at a deeper level, and ultimately drive conversions more efficiently and effectively. There are some drawbacks, however. Now, quiz funnels are a little bit tricky to set up, but once it gets going, it is going to be a permanent fixture of your site, and you're not going to regret this. The drawback in terms of actual conversions for your customers, however, is that you're often going to see a higher level of engagement needed before actual email capture takes place. Now, for those reasons, brands often deploy a combination strategy of quiz funnels as well as traditional lead capture methods, like providing a discount code instead of just relying on one or the other. Now, we'll go through a couple of examples of what these look like in actual practice. Now, in order to build an effective quiz funnel, we have to first understand the foundations of what makes a quiz funnel effective. First, the user experience needs to be seamless and engaging. The way we accomplish that is by understanding what are the relevant questions and preferences that a user or a consumer might be thinking about as they go through their purchasing journey. So take, for example, hair products. There might be different issues with consumers' hair before they actually make a decision in thinking about what products to buy. The second thing to take note of is the duration and ease of use of the quiz itself. Now, a great product recommendation quiz should not take more than 2 to 3 minutes to complete. Now, this means about 5, 10 maximum targeted specific questions that will help you identify your consumers' key preferences, needs, and wants. The types of questions that work best in a product quiz are typically related to your product offerings, but also relevant to the psychographics of your ideal target audience. So, for example, if environmental concerns are a key decision point for your target demographic, you may want to include that as a part of your quiz as one of the questions. But if it's not, there is absolutely no reason for you to include that in your funnel, even if you have product offerings that allude to those features and benefits. Now, quiz completion rates. Quiz completion rates can be pretty daunting. When you first start out building a quiz funnel, it is very easy for you to go overboard and create quizzes that are super long, multimodal, capturing all kinds of information, but you have to maintain a balance between engaging and useful for the brand. Remember that at the end of the day, the success of the quiz is only as successful as how many emails you end up collecting at the end of that funnel and how many sales you generate as a result of the quiz. And lastly, how often should we update our quiz? That's a great question. Now, it is important that you review performance on your quiz on a regular basis, ideally anywhere between 3 to 6 months, to identify areas of optimization and improvement, and update questions based on new product selections, evolving needs of your customers, and changing target demographics. All of those things are going to help you curate a better and more relevant quiz as your business evolves. Now, with that, let's dive into some real-life examples of how quizzes have been used in some of the best brands in D2C and retail. First, we'll take a look at Living Proof. Now, Living Proof is a brand that's been around for a long time. It's owned by Unilever, so it is a relatively big multi-channel brand that exists on fairly large scale. And the target demographic that Living Proof focuses on, young millennials, particularly women, consumers that value high quality hair care products. They're not gonna settle for less. Those that are interested in science-backed formulas, innovative hair solutions, more specific solutions, and socially engaged individuals who are purchasing through social media platforms. So as you can imagine, typically millennials and younger. So with that, you notice the first thing that we see on the website is a pop-up. But at the same time, we also see an option called hair care quiz up top here, right? So let's click away from the pop-up and let's take a look at the hair care quiz. So as I've mentioned previously, brands often deploy a combined strategy of having quizzes as well as traditional pop-ups, like a 15% off discount first purchase offer, in order to maximize capture rates, but also offer customers that want a more tailored, personalized experience to go down the path of a quiz. The first thing I noticed on the quiz over here is that there is a progress bar. I love this, right? This is a mainstay feature of most quiz funnel builders on Shopify if you're building your site on Shopify, but I highly recommend toggling this on or adding this feature in if you don't have it already. So let's get going. Great, I love this. Asking for consent right up front. What this means is all of the information that's collected proceeding from here will be valid for marketing and accessible and usable for marketing. All right, first question, do you want to find your must-have a full routine? Let's go with full routine. What's your main, sorry, we had to hair concern. That's a great way to add some flavor and personality in otherwise what might be a fairly boring quiz funnel. So let's say hair thickening. Select up to 2 other hair concerns. All right, great. Let's say these 2. And bearing in mind that every additional data point that I've selected as a user is an additional data point that allows content delivered to me to be a little bit more personalized. And as a result of that, I'm gonna be receiving content, guides, advice around getting better texture on my hair, adding body to my hair, things that otherwise would not be of a concern to me, like manageability, humidity protection. These are things that I don't really care about as much. Those are going to be deprioritized, thus making content strategy a much more tailored and personalized one. Now, one thing I'd note here is that I don't like the fact that there is no back button. So if I wanted to go back and edit my responses, I'm not going to be able to. So that's not great. So let's keep going here. Let's say that. Okay, so we're at the final step here. We've gone through a couple of questions, definitely less than 10. So that's a good length. This is going to take, a typical user about 2 minutes to complete, maybe less. I took way less than that. Last step, fill out the form to see your personalized product recommendations. I like this. By default, these 2 checkboxes are pre-ticked, right? So this gives us the opportunity, right, and the consent for marketing. Super important here. I like this, having it pre-ticked. And following that, I have specific product recommendations that are most relevant for me, categorized into the different types of products, right? I got a shampoo recommendation, a conditioner recommendation, styler, treatment, dry shampoo, scalp care. One thing I'd say is that I am not a fan of having a shop now button as a CTA instead of an add to cart button, right? If I am a customer of Living Proof and I'm fairly familiar with the products already, I would want to just kind of add to cart. Now, clicking on shop now takes me to a different page, which redirects my shopping experience into a different flow versus staying on this page, right? Being able to add multiple products onto my cart. Even better yet, there may be an opportunity to create bundles specific for me, but that's probably a little bit more of an advanced play to explore. All right, so with that, that leads me to the PDP. This is great. I mean, it's gonna allow for the PDP to do its work and convert me into a customer. Once I click add to bag, there you go. All right, so good. I like this quiz. Couple of things to change, but overall, I'd say this is a great example to emulate. Now, moving on. Good Pair Days. This is a Aussie-based company selling wine subscriptions, and their key strategy for lead generation and sales begins with a quiz, which makes this case study way more interesting, right? So this is very different to most of brands out there and what other brands are really doing. You'd see that a pop-up appears, free $200 cheese board, esky, and tumbler set. So that's awesome. With your first monthly box, for a limited time, we're welcoming all new members with a cheese board esky, 2 insulated wine tumblers, and an insulated wine bottle. Very limited supplies to get yours today. This is great. I like this. And instead of collecting an email upfront, we are taken to the palate quiz, which is a guided quiz based on taste preferences. And the great thing about this strategy is that we're starting out with first name capture. So the downside of having email and name capture towards the end is that we're gonna see a lot more drop-offs versus having it upfront. So let's see what happens after I key my name in. Nice to pair with you, Josh. That's cute. We want to make sure we're speaking your language. So to help with this, would you consider yourself a newbie to wine who knows a bit but would love to learn more, or a budding wine connoisseur who loves your stuff? I am a newbie. All right, that's great. Let's start with the basics. And if you'd like to do some more advanced questions later on, you get the chance. Great. By the way, I love these animations. And I love the fact that it's a full screen overlay. So there is no other distractions that I'm worried about. No other text, no footer, no menu bar. And it is a one line, kind of one direction train towards the end. This is a fun one, right? This is a fun quiz. Caught in the Wonka-esque conundrum. You must commit to a single type of chocolate forever. What is your golden ticket? I'm gonna go with dark. It's Sunday, you're at your favorite brekkie spot. You're already caffeinated, but now need a little something to sip on. Do you go for cool coconut water, fresh pressed juice? Try saying that like 3 times. Delicious smoothie. I would go for cool coconut water. All right, work's finished and you head down to a new bar. I'll go with a mojito. Magic everlasting bowl of fruit. You can only choose 3 types to fill it. What would you choose? I like melons. I like apples and pears. I'll go with peach and apricot. All right, toast just popped. Butter poised for action. Now picture a perfect buttered toast moment. How much butter would you apply? Don't be shy, butter me up. This is a very important question. If you could only have 1 scoop of the following options, which would it be? Fruit smooth. I prefer vanilla. Refreshing lemon sorbet, something fruitier. Mango, yes, absolutely. A few important questions left. So this is fairly long, right? This is fairly long because it is not a typical quiz funnel that's embedded in a site. This is really getting the full attention of your consumers. So you can get away with a slightly longer quiz funnel here. Which we like to give, only 3. Let's write them up. I'll go white, red, right there. It's a Friday evening. Bottle, let's go there. I like to try new things. Bam, look at that. Oh, not yet. Pre-welcome gift. Now that I've gone through the entire funnel, I'm committed. I want to know what my paired bottles are gonna be. It's a no-brainer. So for that reason, you're gonna see typically higher conversion rates towards the end, but there is also a case to be made for collecting emails up front so that you're able to retarget and re-engage with users that do not complete their quizzes. So it's really a matter of strategy and experimentation there. Great, I love this. And if I were living in Australia where shipping is available, I would absolutely convert. No doubt at all. This is awesome. Yeah, no notes here. I'd say that this is such a fun experience that when customers get to the checkout page, it's really hard to say no, right? Plus, if I end up abandoning this page, you now have all the preferences and considerations about what I like and what I dislike, or rather more so what I like, that you can tailor messages, emails, push notifications, and everything else in between to me and make me convert again. So guess what? Conversion rates are going to be through the roof. Now, final example here. Classic Warby Parker, massive, giant tree, 4 million visits a month on their site. So you're gonna see a couple of things going on here. It's a little bit messy in my opinion. It's not as singular as Good Pair Days. You know, a couple of options here and where customers might want to take a lead capture mechanism here with insurance payment options. But one thing I'd point us to is the home try on feature over here, which starts with a style quiz, right? This is the lead gen strategy that made Warby Parker really famous. Try 5 frames for free, build a box of your favorite pairs from our home try on the collection, and we'll ship it straight to your door for free. We'll start with a style quiz, and that's gonna take us to this page. Great, so 2 of 7, I love this. This is effectively the equivalent of a progress bar. My face width, I'd say it's medium, I think. What shapes do you like? I like it square, I guess. I like it aviators. Okay, good. Let's go color, neutral, 2 tones. Yes, done, easy. All right, this is great for a couple of reasons. One, all of these are preferences, which makes data collection super easy. I don't have to go looking for what my prescription was. I don't have to go looking for, except for the face width thing, everything else was effectively preferences, which makes it super easy for me to respond to. It's gonna take most people less than a minute to complete, right? And it ends up with a lead capture. Great. By default, pre-ticked, I want an inside scoop on new frames, events, and more. Cool, show me my results. Sweet, that's awesome. So they have this engine that automatically populates a product page based on my preferences. So there you have it. This is an easy funnel that leads to a conversion that otherwise would not have happened. The only limiting factor here is that it still takes me to an additional step to make decisions. So I have to make an additional couple of decisions before I end up actually converting into a free trial customer, which may be obviously a little bit of a friction point, but it's no biggie, right? Once you've completed it, we have it done. 5 items. Next step, it's free and brings you to a sign up page. All right, great. So there you have it. With that, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for sticking all the way through. Like, comment, and subscribe if this was helpful to you, and let me know down in the comment section below what else I should be reviewing and dissecting. See you on the next one.